Welcome back everyone to Showbiz India, and with me today I have young actor Ritesh Rajan. Welcome to Studio City and to Showbiz India.
Thank you for having me.
It's a great pleasure to see you. Now, you may have seen him on Stitchers on ABC that just got renewed. Congratulations for the second season.
Thank you so much.
You've been busy.
Yeah, you know, first season happened really fast. We did 11 episodes, 10 for the first season, and then we did a special Halloween episode that airs in October. And it was just an amazing journey. Even the casting process happened so fast. I got the call from my agents on a Friday, went in on a Monday, had a call back that same Monday, like an hour later, and then they called me that afternoon. They're like, "We want you to test tomorrow." And I went in, tested, and
that's fast.
Yeah, it was fast.
That's great though. So now tell me, for those who have not seen the show, tell me a little bit about your character.
So my character specifically, I play a character called Linus, and he's the head of communications of the Stitchers program. Now, the show is about this girl who has a mental condition called temporal dysplasia, which affects the way she perceives kind of time. And what happens is she makes the perfect candidate for our program, our undercover program. We use this technology called stitching to go into the minds of the deceased and replay their last memories to solve the crime. So if they were murdered or kidnapped and killed, we send our agent Kirsten in. She stitches into their minds. We replay their last memories. She's in their memories, in their consciousness. We see what happened the last moments of their life, and then we save the day.
When you first heard about this concept, what did you think?
You know, it was so fresh and new. It's always exciting to get your hands on a project that when you read for the first time, you're like, wow, you know, I've never seen anything like this or I've read anything like this. So to be able to be a part of something that's so kind of exciting and just foreign in terms of ideas on what's on television right now, it was a great opportunity for me. So I was really blessed to be a part of the project.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, Ritesh, you are so young and yet you've done so much of work already, which is great. Now, was this something that you always wanted to do? Because obviously in your family, you're M.night Shyamalan's cousin, your brother is in films, he runs the production company. So did you know this was what you're going to do?
You know, at a very young age, I knew. I did my first play when I was in second grade in elementary school. We did the Magic School Bus, and I knew from there that this was something I loved. I loved doing. You know, it was always, I did a lot of martial arts growing up, but this was always like something that I kept coming back to. And you know, I love singing and I love dancing, and sort of all those elements just sort of got larger and larger in my life as I got older and older. And then when I was in, like, I would say 7th or 8th grade, I was like, you know, Mom, Dad, they're both doctors, my parents. I was like, I want to be an actor. And they were like, okay, if this is what you want to do. They're like, are you sure you don't want to be a doctor? And I was like, no, because they thought I was going to be the doctor. I'm one of 3. And out of the 3 of us, my parents always thought I was the doctor, but unfortunately, it didn't turn out that way.
Or fortunately.
Well, yeah, no, things are going well, but I can always play one on TV now.
So tell me, take me back to that time where you first realized your dream had come true, to that perfect, you know, stage appearance, or when you saw yourself on screen. Tell me that feeling.
I mean, every project that I go into is kind of unique, right? There are always different characters and different sizes and different scopes, whether it's just like a local play that I did in school or in college, or being in a, you know, a small part in a movie, or being on Stitchers, you know, 'cause this is my biggest role that I've ever done. There's always sort of some sort of magic of hearing, you know, you got the part, or, you know, it's opening day, or the first day, or the first time you see yourself on the screen. It's something that's so inexplainable, and so, like, it's so visceral, and so kind of, it's just like a magical moment, you know? Like, it'll never get old.
Take me back to the time where you saw yourself on the big screen. You've done a very big feature as well, amongst all your other work.
I had a little cool part, I remember in The Last Airbender, which was really cool. I didn't say anything, but I was in the scene where the 2 generals were arguing with each other. And I'm standing, like, literally right there while they're arguing, and I'm like, oh God, you know, like, everything's hitting the fan. And it was just like, I was like, wow, you know, even though it was a small part, it was like, it's progress, right? You're working towards something. And it's like, it pays off, you know? You just keep focused and you keep working.
So tell me, in your, you know, house, at your dining table, do you guys discuss work?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I mean, with my parents, it's funny because they don't really get it. They don't understand like the inner workings. You know, if I talk to my brother or my sister, who's also an actress, it's different. You know, it's more technical. It's more specific. We talk. You know, there's a lot of business lingo being thrown around. But with my parents, it's always like they just have no clue. They're like, why don't you just call somebody and just get the pot? Just call them. And I'm like, Dad, it doesn't work that way. I can't just call them and be like, put me in your movie. And so. You know, that conversation happens a lot. But now they're slowly learning, you know, as I'm working more and my brother's, you know, doing more projects and stuff like that. They have become more and more educated about the field themselves.
Sure.
So.
And your brother's heading M.night's production, and you're about to release in one of the biggest movies you were selling.
Well, yeah, they're about to drop a movie called The Visit on September 11th. A scary movie that they produced with Jason Blum, who did Insidious and Paranormal Activity. And Night directed it, and it's going to be great. I've seen it. It's fantastic, so everyone should go see it.
So are you guys a close-knit family?
Yes, we're very close. My dad is one of 8.
Wow.
And 6 of the siblings are here in the U.S. And we're all super close. So me and my sister are on the young end because my dad is the youngest. So all the cousins, we always get together. Whenever we can, we love each other. We're inseparable.
So how does it feel when young girls come up to you and go, "Oh my God"?
You know, it's you know, it's sweet. They're fans, and they're the reason why we're on television, and we're continuing to be on television. You know, without them, we wouldn't have a season 2. You know, they're great. You know, you just they're so sweet and warm, and you know, they just humble human beings.
So Ritesh, you are multi-talented. You are a martial arts expert. You also have done
expert.
Zumba.
Well, yes.
You've done a lot of martial arts.
I have, yeah.
You've done Zumba, you've done Bhangra dancing.
Yes, so...
I want to see a little clip of you doing Zumba.
Well, actually, you can buy a video game and you can play with me. I can be your instructor in your living room.
What? Tell me all about that.
So I used to dance on a dance team in college, which called NYU Pandemonium. And we used to do hip hop and Bhangra dance. And so we used to compete across the nation against other schools. And it was just something I did for fun. And honestly, so our first freshman year at NYU, you can't do any plays or any shows or anything like that. So I had a lot of free time. I was like, let me check this out, because I love hip hop dance and that kind of stuff, and just always, you know, trying to moonwalk in my basement and stuff like that.
Okay.
And you know, I was like, you know, I'm never gonna meet an Indian girl because I'll never see them. I go to art school. I was like, there's nobody there. So I was like, I'll go meet some Indian girls there. And that was my main objective. But I ended up, you know, kind of just meeting some of my best friends on the team, and we competed, and I did it for, you know, 4 years. And when I moved out here, I was, you know, working in a restaurant, doing the standard actor thing, and I was like, you know what, this is really not working out for me. And one of my cousins called me, and she was into Zumba. And so she introduced me to Zumba, and they were interested in incorporating Indian dance into their program, you know, and mixing it with the Latin stuff. So they asked her if she could teach other instructors Bollywood dance. So then she called me and said if I could teach them Bhangra. So then it kind of started off as this small little grassroots thing that all of a sudden exploded with me, my cousin, and one of my friends, and some other, you know, other Zumba instructors teaching Zumba at the Zumba conventions to thousands of people.
You're kidding.
So yeah, so
How
we would teach a Zumba class with just Indian music, both Bollywood and Bhangra. We'd do like 1 hour where we'd break down, you know, basic moves, and then we do another hour where we just danced.
And it's a great workout, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic. You know, a lot of people give it a, you know, bad rap. But I'm telling you, if you get a good teacher, it's a workout.
So show me some moves. Well, that was fantastic. So I'm
you.
sure there'll be a long line of girls now out there.
Oh God.
So did you find a girl, by the way?
You know, I'm currently single right now.
Oh.
I had a girlfriend in college, but that was a long time ago. But I'm single.
Are you looking for an Indian girl?
It doesn't matter. For me, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
I'm open to anything.
Now switching gears, what about Bollywood? Have you ever entertained that?
Doing Bollywood movies, no, I haven't. I don't know very much about it. Although I met Priyanka Chopra last week at the ABC TSAs.
And how beautiful is she?
She was so sweet and so pretty. She was so nice, I was shocked. It was so funny because, I don't know, I guess her publicists were like, what's your name, what's your name? And I was like, oh, it's Ritesh. And then she's like, your name is not Ritesh. She's like, it's Ritesh. And I'm like, why are you telling people that? I was like, because if I tell them that, they don't get it.
Priyanka said that
yeah,
to you?
Priyanka said that to me.
Okay.
And then we took a selfie. She was really sweet. She was so
Oh,
kind. So,
okay.
but yeah, it was a great time. But in terms of me doing Bollywood, I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I think I'm going to stay here in America first, see what I can do here, and then we'll see.
Well, wish you continued success, and thank you so much for taking the time
Thank
out
you.
here.